Welcome to Learners Math TV. Ngayon naman ay pag-aaralan natin ang the laws of negative integral exponent. From the laws of positive integral exponents, kung natatandaan natin, meron tayong tinatawag na product of powers rule, na kung saan ang sinasabi ay dapat kapag tayo ay nagmumultiply ng mga bases with its exponent. Ang gagawin natin ay i-add natin yung mga exponent. But what if yung resulting sum ng m plus n, itong quantity m plus n, ay maging less than 0? Or we mean by that as negative number. Paano kung maging ganon? Okay, dyan tayo magkakaroon ng the laws of negative integral exponents. Papakita natin yan dito sa ating mga example. Okay, unang example natin. X raised to 2 times x raised to 4. Mangyayari dyan, kung i-add natin yung mga exponent, magiging x raised to 2 plus negative 4. So, 2 plus negative 4 is equal to negative 2. So, that's why yan ay naging x raised to negative 2. Pero sa ating laws of negative integral exponents, hindi tayo pwedeng magkaroon ng final answer na ang exponent ay negative. So, kailangan maging positive yan. Ang gagawin natin dyan, kukunin natin yung reciprocal. When we say reciprocal, halimbawa, ang reciprocal ng 2 ay 1/2. Ang reciprocal ng 3 ay 1/3. So, ang mangyayari dyan ay magiging 1 over x raised to 2. So, para maging positive yung exponent, ilalagay natin siya dun sa baba. Magiging 1 over x raised to 2. So, ganyan dapat ang ating magiging final answer. Kumbaga, bawal ang negative na exponent. Para siya maging positive, kunin natin ang reciprocal, magiging 1 over x raised to 2. So, naging positive na exponent. Okay, gawin natin dito sa pangalawang example. Etong 4 raised to 2 r raised to 3 times 4 raised to 3 r raised to 2. That is equal to, ayan. So, i-add natin 2 plus negative 3 and then 3 plus 2. So, ayan yung nandito. So, what is 2 plus negative 3? So, yan ay magiging 4 raised to negative 1. And then 3 plus 2, so magiging r raised to 5. Since ito ay negative 1, ang exponent, pag kinuha natin ang reciprocal, dapat mapunta yan dito sa baba. Magiging, ang reciprocal niyan ay magiging 1 over 4 or 1/4. Kaya, ang ating magiging final answer ay r raised to 5 over 4. So, napunta yung 1. Siyempre, hindi na natin isusulat. Kasi 1 times r raised to 5 is r raised to 5. Kaya, to simplify that, ito na lang yung ating magiging final answer. Ngayon naman ay ang laws of negative exponents, quotient of powers rule. So, sinasabi natin that a raised to m over a raised to n is equal to a raised to m minus n. Kung natatanda natin, doon sa positive integral exponent natin, quotient of power rules, sinasabi natin, dapat ang a must not equal to 0. But what if ang m ay less than n? Doon ngayon papasok yung laws of negative exponent. Kapag ang m ay less than n. Ibig sabihin, mas maliit yung value ng m kesa dun sa n. Kasi ang mangyayari dyan, kung titignan natin dito sa ating examples, ayan. Kung itong ating m is less than n. 4 is less than 7. Yan mangyayari, if we are going to subtract that, ito mangyayari dyan. Y raised to 4 minus 7. And 4 minus 7 is equal to negative 3. Kaya magiging y raised to negative 3 ang ating answer dyan. Since sa laws of negative integral exponent ay hindi maaari na negative ang ating exponent. Kaya kukunin natin ang reciprocal niyan, ang magiging answer natin dyan is 1 over y raised to 3. Ayan yung ating magiging final answer. Okay, another example. Halimbawa naman, dito sa ating second example na to. 5 raised to 6 over 5 raised to 8. O, di ba? Mas maliit uli yung exponent nung nasa numerator. So, mangyayari dyan, magiging 5 raised to 6 minus 8. So, magkakaroon tayo dyan ng answer na 5 raised to negative 2. So, again, dahil hindi pwede ang negative ang exponent, so ang gagawin natin dyan ay magiging 1 over 25. Kasi ito ay magiging, di ba, 5 raised to 2 is equal to 25. Pero ilalagay na natin siya dun sa baba. This is now our simplified answer. Isa pang example. Ayan. So, ang gagawin natin dyan, so since ito ay may exponent na 1, di ba, negative 2 minus 1. So, yan ang gagawin natin dyan. Tapos, ito na wala namang x sa taas. So, nandito lang sa baba yung x. Kaya dyan lang siya. So, magiging 3 plus negative 4. So, dito lang siya sa baba. So, kapag yan ay isinimplify natin, etong negative 2 minus 1, yan ay magiging 3 raised to negative 3. Negative 2 minus 1 is negative 3. Tapos, ito naman, 3 plus negative 4 is equal to negative 1. So, mangyayari dyan, dahil negative ang mga exponents, gagawin natin positive. Ang mangyayari dyan, kukunin natin yung reciprocal. Ito, mapupunta rito sa baba, at ito naman mapupunta sa taas. So, magiging x raised to 1 yan, hindi na natin kailangan isulat, at ito namang 3 na to, yung negative 3 exponent, magiging positive 3. And then, if we're going to simplify that, that is x over 27. That would be our final answer. Bago tayo mag-practice exercises, ipapakita ko muna kung bakit nagkaroon ng laws of negative exponents. Yung ginagawa natin kanina na itong 3 raised to negative 3 ay napunta doon sa baba at naging positive ang exponent. At ito naman, x raised to negative 1 ay napunta naman sa taas at naging positive 1 din ang kanyang exponent. Bakit nangyayari yon? Ito yung ating proof kung bakit nangyayari na kapag ang exponent ay negative, para maging positive, ay kinukuha natin ang reciprocal at yung a na yan, magiging positive 1 ang exponent dito. At dito naman, kung nasa baba naman siya, pwede natin ilagay sa taas at magiging positive ang kanyang exponent. So, unahin natin itong side na ito. Let a is equal to 2. Makakagawa tayo ng pattern na a raised to 3, 2 raised to 3, I mean, 2 raised to 2, 2 raised to 1, tapos 2 raised to 0. And then 2 raised to negative 1. So, yan ang pattern natin. 3, 2, 1, 0, then negative 1. 2 raised to 3 is equal to 8. 2 raised to 2 is equal to 4, and 2 raised to 1 is equal to 2. And 2 raised to 0, according to the zero laws of exponent, that is equal to 1. So, kung mapapansin nyo rito, meron tayong common ratio pababa. If you divide 8 by 2, it becomes 4. If you divide 4 by 2, it becomes 2. If you divide 2 by 2, it is equal to 1. Now, if you divide 1 by 2, so it becomes 1/2. Kaya ito yung proof natin kung bakit nangyayari na kapag ang quantity ay merong negative exponent, gagawin natin siyang positive exponent by getting the reciprocal. Tapos, pag nandyan na siya sa baba, magiging positive na ang kanyang exponent. Tapos, dito naman sa kabila. Ayan. So, meron tayong proof kung bakit etong a raised to negative 1 ay nagiging a raised to positive 1 pag nilagay na natin dun sa taas. Ayan. So, since that if a quantity is raised to 0, it is equal to 1. Kaya etong 1 dito, ilagay natin dito ang a raised to 0. Then, i-copy lang muna natin ito dito sa kabila, and then let us simplify. Okay, by applying the quotient of power rule. So, kailangan natin i-subtract yung ating mga exponent. So, yan ay magiging a raised to 0 minus a negative 1. So, a negative, kung negative yan, negative times the negative 1, kasi meron yan yung invisible 1, di ba? So, negative 1 times negative 1, it becomes positive 1. Kaya, yan ay magiging a raised to 1. So, to simplify that, it becomes a. So, yan ang ating proof kung bakit yung ginawa natin kanina dun sa ating example, yung nandito sa taas, pag binaba, nagiging positive, at yung nasa baba, pag itinaas, magiging positive ang exponent. Ngayon naman sa ating practice exercises ay maaari na nating i-apply ang ating mga natutunan sa positive integral exponents at sa negative integral exponents. So we are going to apply those laws. Let us now simplify. So kung meron tayo ditong 2 at meron tayong raised to 1 at dito naman 2 raised to 3. So ang pwede natin gawin dyan, so magiging ano yan, 1 minus 3. Ayan. 1 minus 3. Tapos ito naman, meron tayong x, may x din sa baba. So both of them ay merong exponent na 1. Kaya dito ay magiging x raised to 1 minus 1. Tapos dito ay mayroong y raised to 3 at over y raised to 2. Kaya magiging y raised to 3 minus 2. So if we're going to simplify that, 1 minus 3 is equal to negative 2. Kaya magiging 2 raised to negative 2. Then 1 minus 1, of course, it is equal to 0. Kaya yan ay magiging x raised to 0. And then 3 minus 2 is equal to 1. So 1 na lang dito, kaya magiging y raised to 1. So if we simplify that, etong 2 raised to negative 2 ay mapupunta sa baba kasi negative nga ang kanyang exponent. Tapos, ito namang x raised to 0 ay magiging 1 na lang. So, 1 times y raised to 1, so y na lang ang natira dito. So, simplify 2 raised to 2, yan ay magiging y over 4. So, that must be the final answer. Dito naman tayo sa pangalawang example. Let us simplify 5r raised to 3, s raised to 2, and 5 raised to negative 1, r raised to 6, and s raised to 2. So, ganito ang mangyayari dyan. Isa-isahin natin ha. Yung 5 ay meron niyang 1 dito na exponent. Dito naman ay may negative 1. Kaya yan ay magiging 1 minus negative 1. May r doon, may r din dito, and then the exponent is 3 and 6. Kaya magiging 3 minus 6 dito ang exponent ng r. Sa s naman, may 2. Okay, parehas ang exponent nila 2. So magiging 2 minus 3 ito ang exponent. Let us now simplify. Okay, 1 minus a negative 1. So dito, very important na dapat well-versed ka na sa pag-add or pagsusubtract ng integers. Okay, kung hindi pa, meron tayong mga video lesson about how to subtract integers. So balikan yon para magkaroon tayo ng skills dahil napakahalaga nun sa lesson na ito. So 1 minus a negative 1 is positive 2. Diba? Kasi negative times a negative is a positive. So magiging 1 plus 1 yun. Or, diba, ang rules natin dyan, baguhin ang sign ng subtrahend and proceed to addition. Kung babalikan natin yung video lesson natin about subtraction of integers. Okay, so magiging 5 raised to 2 yan. And then, ito naman, 3 minus 6 is equal to negative 3. Kaya magiging r raised to negative 3. And then, 2 minus 2 is equal to 0. So, kapag sinimplify natin yan, etong 5 raised to 2 ay magiging 25. Since negative ang exponent ng r, negative 3, lalagay natin siya sa baba. So, magiging r raised to 3. And s raised to 0 is just equal to 1. So, if we are going to multiply 25 by 1, it is just 25. Kaya hindi na natin kailangang isulat yung 1 sa katabi ng 25. So, that would be our simplest answer. Dito naman sa pangatlong example, okay, pwede mong i-pause muna ang video at ikaw muna ang gumawa for you to assess kung naintindihan mo ba at kaya mo nang gamitin ang mga laws of positive and negative integral exponent. Okay, nagawa mo na ba? Tignan natin kung tama ang iyong sagot. Ayan. So dahil ito ay may 1 exponent at may 2 doon, magiging 1 minus 2. Ito naman ay may 4 na exponent ang x at may 5 naman dito sa baba, magiging 4 minus 5. Diba? X raised to 4 minus 5. And then yung y naman, so negative 2 dito, tapos dito naman ay positive 2. So magiging y is raised to negative 2 minus 2. Ayan. So, let us simplify. Magiging, ayan. So, 1 minus 2 is equal to negative 1. Kaya magiging 3 raised to negative 1. 4 minus 5 is equal to negative 1. Kaya magiging x raised to negative 1. And then, negative 2 minus 2 is negative 4. Kaya magiging y raised to negative 4. So, lahat ng yan ay negative ang kanyang mga exponent. Kaya, if you're going to simplify that, magiging, diba, ilalagay natin lahat sa baba. Itong negative 1, magiging positive 1 ang exponent dito. No need to write na. Ganon din ang x, negative 1, kaya magiging positive dito. At negative 4, magiging positive dito. Diba? Magiging y raised to positive 4. So that would be our final and simplest answer. Kung tama ang sagot mo sa practice exercise na ito, ibig sabihin nun ay alam mo na kung paano i-apply ang positive and negative integral exponent. Pero hindi pa sapat yan sapagkat laging tatandaan, sa math ay hindi maaari na nanonood ka lamang. Upang maging mahusay, dapat lagi kang handa na mag-practice o magsanay.